Okay, it's me. Hello, how are you doing? I'm right here. I have my trusty dusty pot. Okay, this is where the magic is gonna happen this stream. Okay, everything in this pot will be like created into something better, you know. So this pot is gonna be the pot. Okay, now as every professional chef will tell you, okay, you know, as my this is not my chef debut, chat. Okay, I've been chefing for a while. Okay, you need to start off in the kitchen on the right foot. Okay, and that means you need to put your gloves on. Okay, look, you see these? Yes, you need to make sure you have your safety gloves on. This is a tutorial for those of you that don't know how to cook rice. I'm really just trying to educate you. So these gloves, these are you know, these are elastic ones. You can find them at your supermarket. Okay, so they're really good to put on your hands so that, you know, they can stay dry and, you know, it doesn't contaminate anything, you know. And like, they also protect you, you know. They'll protect you from your own cooking, you know. If you touch, you know, your own cooking, like, it might kill you if it's not cooked properly. So, you know, these are your safety gloves. Okay, they're your safety gloves. They have heat built-in protection. Okay, they can stop explosions. So if you don't wear these, you're actually like throwing in the kitchen. Oh my god, this, why is my kid, bro, this glove won't. See, I told you I had big hands. Y'all motherfuckers keep thinking I'm lying, okay? Look at how big this pot is. Look how big my hand is, bro. My hand is big, okay? Fuck you. So now that I have my safety gloves on, okay, you can see that I'm very ready to be safe and I cannot be killed by the elements that I put into this pot, okay? Does not matter what I put into this pot, I will be safe from it, okay? Whether it's a toxic gas, okay, an explosion, a chemical, or even just like, you know, store-bought rice, okay? If you really want to sin and, you know, touch like, listen, I'm not saying I recommend this, but if you touch microwaved rice, okay, microwavable rice, okay, and you don't have these on, that's just gonna kill you. It's a safety hazard. I'm telling you, right? You gotta have the safety gloves on, okay? Always in the kitchen. Okay, chat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a very modest portion of rice, okay? Now, I don't know if you know exactly about how this pot works, but this pot, it's like a magical pot, okay? It will teach you like how to cook, like if you don't know how to cook. Like, I don't really like I said, this is not my chef debut, okay? I've been cooking for years, okay? I'm a master, okay? I know the chef hand signs, you know, that they do to like make the, you know, the rice jutsu, okay? I'm ready. Step one, okay, you need to get your rice. Now here I have my rice, okay? As you can see, you know, it is you know, nice rice. Now, oh shit, I almost spilled the rice on the floor. Okay, chat, this rice is like the rice, okay? So I'm gonna put this in a different bowl, okay? So we can pour it into the cup, okay? Or the pot, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm leaking rice. Well, not, okay, no, it's not how do people cook. It's how do people cook on stream. I'm a professional chef, okay? Don't worry, I know how to cook, okay? Don't, listen, believe. You are not there for my chef debut, so you do not know my skill level, okay? Okay, chat, so as you can see, I have poured a modest portion of rice for us today, okay? This is the rice we're gonna be eating. So I'm gonna pour this rice in the bowl because, you know, we need to wash it, okay? If you guys don't understand, washing rice is like, it's a very important detail. If you don't wash your rice, you're sinning, you know. You apparently have committed, you know, war crime, okay? You killed people, like you're doing everything terrible. So I'm gonna show you the proper way to wash the rice, okay? I'll show you proper way. If you don't believe me, well, that sounds like a skill issue. Okay. Now that the rice and the pot are in the pot and the rice, okay, I'm going to put water in the pot so we can the rice, okay? So let me get some fresh water, okay, real quick. So as you can see, we have water here in this cup, okay? This is a very special cup. This cup was forged by the dollar section of the grocery store. It's very important if you've never used one of these before. They're very great, okay? So what you do is you pour the water, okay, into the, you know, you gotta wash it, okay? Like, listen, I prefer to wash with my hands, but you can honestly wash with anything, okay? Now, there is an extra step that I like to take when washing my rice that I think is honestly, like, it's very underrated, okay? Like, personally, I think it's pretty underrated, and I think more people should do it. Let me show you, okay? And I know you guys are saying in chat that this pot is big, but like, I don't have another one, okay? This is all I have. So as you can see, the water is already kind of looking very like, you know, look at that. It looks so nasty because, you know, the starch and the nastiness of the rice. So this is why people say to wash rice, chat, because it look grody, okay? It looks nasty. Like, look at that, bro. Do you want to eat that shit? Would you drink that water? Would you fucking drink that water? I need an honest answer from my lovely chat. Would you drink that water? Okay, why the fuck are y'all saying yes? What the fuck? I thought everyone was in the audience was in agreement that rice needed to be washed. And now that I'm demonstrating the rice washing technique, you guys seem very confused. The next step in my rice tutorial. Now, this is a very important step. Okay, so I don't know if you've known, but like this is soap. Okay, it is the very like, you know, the dish soap. Now this will clean out all the nastiness in the rice. So you just got to make sure you pour enough of this into the rice. It's blue so you can see where it is. You might be like, okay, well, the soap, that's kind of nasty. Well, wait. I have a trick. I have this here. This is a sponge. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the soap and the rice and you're just going to stir it like this with the sponge. Now, as you can see, the sponge, you know, it's very absorbent and it's cleaning the rice very well. And see, as you can see that the rice water, it's turning even murkier, which means we're absorbing more of the unhealthy, you know, starches and stuff that is gonna make the rice nasty, you know. And you know, it's a very good way. You know, you have to really make sure you get in there and you scrub, you know, like every aspect of every grain of rice needs to be scrubbed. If you don't get every grain, it can be pretty unhealthy, so you need to make sure you scrub every grain of rice. Now, as you can see the bubbles from the soap are starting to, you know, rise into the rice, you know, as you can see. So that's a good sign. That means that you're actively, you know, washing the rice. That, you know, when the bubbles are activated, it means that the rice is getting cleaner as we speak. So ignore the fact that sorry, it is sticking to the sponge. You know, I got a cheap one. Yeah, you really have to scrub. Now, does any chat, do you have any questions? Let me check my chat. So audience, do you have any questions? Yo, I'm coming. Someone get Vox. Why do you torture us? Stop right now. Okay, chat, clearly no one has taught you how to make rice because you guys seem very upset and I'm very confused because like this is the very way, you know, this is the correct way. You know, I do not appreciate these super chats, you know, telling me that I'm wrong. Let me read some super chat. Okay, let me make sure, you know, the super chat box, if you are confused, I can inform you, you know. And this is why we also put the safety gloves on, because you see how the rice water, it's very toxic for you. You need to make sure that it's, you know, nice and clean, because if your hands absorb the nasty rice water, it can actually be harmful for your body, you know. I don't know why people in the chat are telling me to stop. Clearly you've never made rice properly. I honestly think you guys, y'all are trolling me, right? Like you don't wash your rice, bro. Like, y'all, chat, I thought I had more expectations for you guys. I really thought you guys were super keen on washing your rice. It's okay, you know, if you found out today that you've been washing your rice incorrectly your whole life, it's fine, you know. I completely understand. It can be a shocker, because when I found out the correct way to wash rice from the master rice chef 1,000 years ago in his prophecy, I realized that we have all been doing it wrong for so many years. Now, back in the day, they didn't actually have, you know, they didn't have these nice modern sponges. But what they would do is they would, you know, they would filter it with their hands and with animal fats, you know, which is made up of a lot of soaps today. So as you can see, you can see all the bubbles, you know, very soapy, which is good. That means you're cleaning the rice very well. Okay, this is good rice. Okay, so chat, do you have any more questions? I'm taking open questions right now. Is this why you have no taste buds? You destroyed them with soap. I thought they were gonna save us from Niji salmonella. What do you mean? I'm teaching you how to cook rice properly. What? I'm so confused why this chat seems so angry. Like, why are you doing this to us? I don't know. Can I use bar soap? Actually, okay, so I think it's actually better. Any other questions? So look, you can see there's a lot of bubbles. It's almost like when you wash a car, okay, except you're washing rice. You see that? Look at how beautiful that looks. Okay, so I think we've done enough scrubbing of our rice. Like, I think we did a good job, you know. As you can see, our sponge, you know, it looks better for wear. So I'm gonna put the sponge in this nice cup right here. First, you know, you got to squeeze the sponge. Make sure you get, you know, the rest of the soap out. You know, you don't want to leave any out of the rice mixture, as you can see. And that's gonna go right there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna filter this out in the sink real quick. So I'll be right back, chat. Oh shoot, I forgot bowl. Okay. Yeah, so after you strain the rice, make sure you have a bowl ready to put the rice in, unlike me who forgot it at the sink. A very important step, you need bowl ready, okay? Here you can see our beautiful rice. Let me get it closer to the camera so you can see. You can see all the soap bubbles, you know, and everything. You know, it's very clean rice, you know, it's so clean, there's still some soap in it. So that's how you know you did a good job, is if you can see some of the bubbles. The bubbles doesn't mean there's any soap left. It just means that, like, super clean. Yeah, it just means that it's super clean and is good for you, and you know, it helps with immune system health. You know, this helps with gut health. Yeah, so as you can see, this is our rice. It's beautiful. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare some water to boil. So what you need to do is get a pot. Real quick, I'm gonna wash my hands a little bit more. Now make sure you always have paper towels ready, you know, to clean up any excess moisture within your hands and in your rice. You need to make sure you absorb the extra moisture too, because you don't want the rice to be too moist before you cook it. That can actually cause some problems. Now let me throw out a paper towel. Okay, so now we need to get a pot. So as you can see, we have the rice, you know, it looks very nice. You can see there's, you know, it's super clean, squeaky clean, bubbly clean almost, you know. Oh, is that Uki in chat? Hold on, let me read Uki's message. Tell me you're not washing your rice with soap. Uki, I don't know if you know, but this is the correct way to wash rice. You've been doing it wrong your whole life. I read the prophecy from 1,000 years ago left by the rice master himself. And I've been making rice like this since I was little. And as you can see, I ended up so great. So clearly, if you were eating the same nutrient level that I was, you would end up super good. But like you have some problems because you didn't consume the correct nutrients. And it's okay. But I'm literally blocking you. Okay, I mean, you can deny the truth all you want. It's not my fault that you are, you know, have been uneducated in the art of rice making. It's really not my fault. But we can talk about this offline if, you know, if it really bothers you. So anyways, ignoring Uki aside, you need to make sure you have a pot ready. This is going to be the pot that we're going to put our rice in. So all you need to do is you need to, you know, actually before you pour rice in, you need to put water in the pot. Now I'm going to use this cup again to pour water into the pot. Actually, I'll use a different one because it has the dirty sponge in it. We can't cross-contaminate, you know. Not in the conical kitchen. We don't cross-contaminate. That's nasty, okay? You need to get a new cup. As you can see, we're going to fill this with water. Now, due to the fact that it will take a while for me to actually fill it with a cup, I'm going to go to the sink. But, you know, this is just for demonstration purposes. But, like, this is the sink metaphorically. But I'm actually going to go to the sink now. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to have your stove right here. As you can see, okay? So this is the water that we're going to put our rice into, right? Is you're going to have to turn on the stove like this, okay? You see this? Okay. Now, well, that's a big stove. Okay. And essentially, you need to just keep it on until the water starts boiling. You got to be joking. I'm not joking at all. I'm being super serious. See, chat, now that I'm cute, do you feel better? I hope so. No, you don't feel better, bro. Like, okay, I knew this would happen. I knew a lot of people would be upset that they had learned their way of making rice is incorrect. But like I told you, I have learned from the 1,000-year-old prophecy in that I found. Okay, you know, from the rice master himself. Someone said you mansplaining rice. I'm not mansplaining rice. I'm actually like logically explaining how to make rice. Who let you in the kitchen? Well, this is my kitchen, so myself. Okay, so now that the water's boiling, we're gonna add the rice to the water, okay? Okay, so as you can see, the rice is in the water, okay? Now I also so there are two things you can do after this, chat. You can add butter into it, okay? Or what you can do is you can add olive oil. Now, for my own convenience, I'm gonna add olive oil because I don't feel like melting butter. But butter is always an option. Okay, so now as you can see, there's olive oil in the rice now, you know. Now, chat, once it starts to kind of boil again, what you need to do is you need to take it from this like very hot boiling state to simmer. So you turn down your stove. And then what you do is you add a glass top on top of it. So that one fits perfectly. And you're just going to let it sit there for a little bit. Just to make sure the rice cooks. It kind of simmers a bit on the inside. And it will cook now like a convection oven. You know, the steam of the rice will start cooking it. And it will start getting, you know, steamed like steamed rice, you know. Hello, sir. It's way too much water. I don't think you understand like how much of a master I am at this rice cooking thing. Like, listen, trust me. He cooking some radioactive. Okay, just because you don't believe does not mean it's not true. Okay, listen, chat. Hear me right now. Okay, this is the correct way to make rice. This is the correct way to make rice. Okay, I know. Listen, I know it hurts. Okay, I know it hurts. I know it hurts to find out you've been lied to your whole life, but I'm here to inform you. You're welcome. okay? I'm starting to realize one of the many reasons Kyo is still sick. Okay, that is fucked up, bro. Okay, I think the rice is done. So the camera crew is gonna switch again. Give me 1 second. As you can see, our rice has simmered down a little bit, so we're gonna remove the glass top. Okay, now, so this is our rice. Now that it has been cooked, and as you can see, it's a bit, you know, it's a bit clumpy, but it works. You know, it's very, you know, edible. And so we're gonna put some of this in this nice bowl here. It's ready to be eaten. Now I'm gonna take off our trusty dusty cooking glove because the cooking is complete and we can now eat safely without worrying about fear of our rice. As you can see, our rice actually looks pretty good. It's been, you know, cooked to perfection. And it, you know, it has a nice, like, you know, solidity to it. Now, a lot of people like to put, you know, like soy sauce or, you know, like other stuff onto their rice. But me personally, I think I did a pretty good job at making this a very solid, cohesive meal. So I'm gonna take a nice big scoop of this rice, okay, with this nice fork right here, you know. I'm gonna just eat it and I'm gonna let you know how it tastes. Honestly, pretty solid. I think I might have added a little bit too much butter. Sorry, olive oil. But I do think, despite that, you know, it does taste pretty good. It's a solid 7 out of 10 on my rice scale. Normally, you know, I can make 10 out of 10, but that's off stream. You know, on stream, I do have to worry about, you know, like time and entertainment value and making sure, you know, the tutorial is cohesive enough for the viewers at home to follow. Still tasty though, you know. Please post a recipe. I will post the recipe on my Twitter with the full ingredients list. I've been going to culinary school for 12 years and this is legitimately the way we cook rice. Even big restaurants, this is the norm. Thanks, Kyo. See, Devo PO, thank you so much for the super chat and informing the chat that they are incorrect about the way they normally make rice. You know, I really appreciate someone advocating for us professional chefs out here instead of these amateurs in the audience. Okay, how many amateurs are there in here? These 3.5 thousand amateurs, that's crazy. Okay, me personally, I would never be an amateur. Okay, I'm a professional. Okay.